Devadatta. The next day, he locked himself in his room. He did not come out at all. He did not eat anything, nor did he drink anything. Gandharva Sen's health was affected. His poor parents could not understand what was happening, but he did not tell them anything. They called the doctor, but he too gave up as he was not able to identify his illness. Since he did not confide in them, they at last called Devadatta. He was a close friend of Gandharva Sen. Devadatta came there immediately. He was worried to see his friend's sad form. He convinced Gandharva Sen to tell him all. Gandharva Sen told Devadatta about his newfound love. Gandharva Sen told him that he wanted to marry her. Devadatta asked his friend to be patient. Then he went away. He visited the girl's house. He spoke to the parents of the girl. Gandharva Sen and Roopmati. The girl's name was Roopmati. He told them about the marriage proposal of Gandharva Sen. The parents were very happy to hear about the marriage proposal. All in all, their daughter would be married to a wealthy man. Roopmati was also happy to get the proposal of marriage from Gandharva Sen. In reality, she herself had loved him since long, but never expressed her thoughts, thinking that Gandharva Sen's position in the society was much higher than that of her own. A happy Devadatta went and told Gandharva Sen everything. Gandharva Sen was ecstatic. On an auspicious day, Roopmati was married to Gandharva Sen. He thought of himself to be the luckiest man on the earth. Time flew by. It was more than a month since they got married. Everything was going well when suddenly one day Gandharva Sen remembered the pledge he had made before the goddess of sacrificing his head in case he was married to Roopmati within a month. Gandharva Sen's sacrifice. Gandharva Sen decided that it was time to fulfill his promise, so he went to the temple. Roopmati and Devadatta also went with him, but Gandharva Sen did not tell them about his oath. Reaching the temple, Gandharva Sen asked Roopmati and Devadatta to wait outside, and he himself went inside the temple. Then in the temple, Gandharva Sen chanted his prayers before the goddess and then sacrificed himself by cutting off his head with his sword. After a lot of time had passed and Gandharva Sen did not come out of the temple, Roopmati and Devadatta got anxious. So a worried Devadatta went inside the temple to look for him. To his shock, he found his friend with his head cut off lying on the floor. He did not understand why Gandharva Sen had done this, but a terrible thought entered Devadatta's mind. Devadatta kills himself. He thought that people might think that he had killed his friend so that he might marry Roopmati. So, in order to be on the safe side, Devadatta also cut off his head with his sword. After some time, Roopmati herself went inside the temple to see what was wrong. She was shocked to see both her husband and Devadatta lying on the ground. She decided to take her own life and begged the goddess to give her the same husband in the next life. The goddess was pleased and stopped her from killing herself. She asked her to join their heads and bodies so that she might grant them life. Out of excitement, she attached her husband's head to Devadatta's body and Devadatta's head to her husband's body. When she realized her mistake, she looked at the goddess for help. But the goddess said that it was not possible to exchange the heads.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.